Welcome to the 6th episode of Phenomenal Top 5. There are countless vibrant cities that tell their own unique stories through monuments, shops, and people who call that locale home. There are millions of national parks, verdant gardens, and colorful landmarks. However, these selected locations that not only stun with their mesmerizing appearances but offer lessons in the history and culture of their locations. Top 5 most beautiful places in the world you should plan to visit in your lifetime. Number 5. Temples of Bagan, Myanmar. The numerous temples spread across the ancient city of Bagan in the Mandalay region of Myanmar are impressive and fascinating testament to the Burmese's religious devotion over the years. The ancient city was once home to over 13,000 temples constructed between the 9th and 13th centuries. However, some temples have been vandalized and destroyed, with only about 2,300 temples spread over 104 square kilometers remaining in the Bagan archaeological zone. Bagan was founded around the 2nd century and fortified by King Pinebaya around 849 AD. However, some scholars believe that the Bamar founded the ancient city in the 9th century. Nonetheless, Bagan was Pagan Empire's capital, cultural, and economic nerve center from the 9th to the 13th century. During the over 250 years of the Pagan kingdom's reign, the Bagan rulers and locals constructed over 13,000 religious monuments. The religious monuments included over 10,000 temples and 3,000 monasteries and stupas in an area of about 104 square kilometers. At its peak, Bagan was a cosmopolitan center for secular and religious studies, with most students specializing in a variety of languages, medicine, astrology, and legal studies. Over the years, the temples, pagodas, and monasteries have either been vandalized or destroyed by natural calamities, especially earthquakes. Located on the earthquake zone, Bagan suffered over 400 earthquakes in the 20th century, with a major earthquake occurring on July 8, 1975, which damaged several temples. Number 4. Avenue of Baobabs, Madagascar. The Avenue of the Baobabs is a prominent group of grenadiers baobabs lining the unpaved road number 8 between Morondava and Belanai Tsirabihina in the Menabe region of western Madagascar. Its striking landscape draws travelers from around the world, making it one of the most visited locations in the region. It has been a center of local conservation efforts, and was granted temporary protected status in July 2007 by the Ministry of Environment, Water and Forestry. The Avenue of the Baobabs is only about 260 m long. There are also about 25 trees standing about 30 m tall. This is not the only place to admire these tall gigantic trees. There is another location close by with different baobab species. The baobab trees, known locally as Ranala, are up to 2,800 years old. They are a legacy of the dense tropical forests that once thrived on Madagascar. The trees did not originally tower in isolation over the sere landscape of scrub, but stood in dense forest. Over the years, as the country's population grew, the forests were cleared for agriculture, leaving only the baobab trees, which the locals preserved as much for their own sake as for their value as a food source and building material. The area is a natural monument under conservation since July 2015, but the trees are still threatened by further deforestation, effluents from encroaching paddy fields, bushfires, and forest fires. Despite its popularity as a tourist destination, the area has no visitor center or gate fees, and local residents receive little income from tourism. The Avenue of the Baobabs is one of the most photographed places in the western part of Madagascar. It must be said that at dusk or dawn the light variations make them take on a singular face. Number 3. Jaipur, India. Jaipur is the capital and largest city of the Indian state of Rajasthan. As of 2011, the city had a population of 3.1 million, making it the 10th most populous city in the country. Jaipur is also known as the Pink City, due to the dominant color scheme of its buildings. It is also known as the Paris of India. It is located 268 kilometers from the national capital New Delhi. Jaipur was founded in 1727 by the Kochwaha Rajput ruler Jai Singh II, the ruler of Amber, after whom the city is named. It was one of the earliest planned cities of modern India, designed by Vidyadhar Bhattacharya. Jaipur is located in the northeastern part of Rajasthan and covers a total area of 467 square kilometers. The city is surrounded by fertile alluvial plains to the east and south and hill chains and desert areas to the north and west. Jaipur generally slopes downwards from north to south and then to the southeast. Jaipur has a monsoon-influenced hot semi-arid climate with long, extremely hot summers and short, mild to warm winters. Annual precipitation is over 625 millimeters, falling mostly in July and August due to the southwest monsoon. The highest temperature ever recorded was 49.0 degrees Celsius on May 23, 1994. The city's average temperature remains below 20 degrees Celsius. Jaipur is a major tourist destination in India, forming a part of the Golden Triangle. In the 2008 Condé Nast Traveler Reader's Choice Survey, Jaipur was ranked the 7th best place to visit in Asia. According to TripAdvisor's 2015 Traveler's Choice Awards for Destination, Jaipur ranked first among the Indian destinations for the year. Visitor attractions include the Birla Auditorium, Albert Hall Museum, Hawa Mahal, Jal Mahal, City Palace, Amber Fort, Jantar Mantar, Nargar Fort, Jagar Fort, Birla Mandir, Galtaji, Govind Dev Ji Temple, Gar Ganesh Temple, Moti Dungri Ganesh Temple, Sangiji Jain Temple and Jaipur Zoo. Number 2, Machu Picchu, Peru. Machu Picchu is a 15th-century Inca citadel located in the eastern Cordillera of southern Peru on a 2,430-meter mountain ridge. Often referred to as the Lost City of the Incas, it is the most familiar icon of the Inca Empire. It is located in the Machu Picchu district within Urubamba province above the Sacred Valley. Machu Picchu was believed to have been built in the 1450s. However, a 2021 study used radiocarbon dating to reveal that Machu Picchu may have been occupied from around 1420 to 1530 AD. Construction appears to date from two great Inca rulers, Pachacutic Inca Yupanqui, 1438 to 1471, and Tupac Inca Yupanqui, 1472 to 1493. Machu Picchu lies in the southern hemisphere, 13 degrees south of the equator. It is 80 kilometers northwest of Cusco, on the crest of the mountain Machu Picchu, located about 2,430 meters above mean sea level, over 1,000 meters lower than Cusco, which has an elevation of 3,400 meters. As such, it had a milder climate than the Inca capital. It is one of the most important archaeological sites in South America, one of the most visited tourist attractions in Latin America and the most visited in Peru. Machu Picchu is both a cultural and natural UNESCO World Heritage Site. Since its rediscovery in 1911, growing numbers of tourists have visited the site each year, with numbers exceeding 1.4 million in 2017. As Peru's most visited tourist attraction and a major revenue generator, the site is roughly divided into an urban sector and an agricultural sector, and into an upper town and a lower town. The temples are in the upper town, the warehouses in the lower. The architecture is adapted to the mountains. Approximately 200 buildings are arranged on wide parallel terraces around an east-west central square. In January 2023, the site was indefinitely shut down due to the 2022 to 2023 Peruvian unrest disrupting transportation that had left hundreds of tourists stranded. It reopened the next month, in February. Number 1, Positano, Italy. Positano is a village and commune on the Amalfi Coast, in Campania, Italy, mainly in an enclave in the hills leading down to the coast. The first archaeological evidence dates back to the 1st century BC, when luxurious Roman villas were built on the coast of the Sorrento Peninsula. In Positano, one occupied the bay and the other extended on the island of the Long Rooster, a typical example of how even more hidden spaces of a wild coast were used in the Claudian age without even respecting the rocks that, according to legend, would have served as the home of the sirens. And now in the modern era, Positano became a wealthy market port from the 15th to 17th century and has only continued to grow in popularity over time. Back then they traded food such as fish and other resources. Positano was a port of the Amalfi Republic in medieval times, and prospered during the 16th and 17th centuries. By the mid-19th century, however, the town had fallen on hard times. More than half the population emigrated, mostly to America. The climate of Positano is very mild, of the Mediterranean type. The winters are very warm with minimum temperatures that almost never fall below 6 degrees Celsius, while the summers are long, warm and sunny but often refreshed by the sea breeze. It began to attract large number of tourists in the 1950s, especially after John Steinbeck published his essay about Positano in Harper's Bazaar in May. 1953, Positano bites deep, Steinbeck wrote, "It is a dream place that isn't quite real when you are there and becomes beckoningly real after you have gone." That was the review of the top 5 most beautiful places in the world. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and leave a comment with your thoughts and ideas for the future videos.